Let's cross over now. Let's join Maxwell Agbaba, who's at the Tema Motorway roundabout. There's heavy traffic. As you know, Maxwell, tell us what you see. Maxwell? Hello, Maxwell. I can see you. Tell us what you
hello,
see.
Mama V.
What's the experience?
Yeah, I can. Oh, okay. So, Mama V, when you come here, I'm about 500 meters away from the Tema Motorway roundabout. Now, if you're heading eastwards, there's no traffic whatsoever. I mean, the road is very clear. You can, easily make your way to your destination. But if you're heading westwards towards the Central Business District or to Accra or to Akosombo, that is where we have the real challenge of a bumper-to-bumper traffic here right now, as the Tema Motorway roundabout has, currently gained notoriety for a lot of the passengers sitting in trotros in their private vehicles. A lot of them, after standing here for about 30 minutes, I watched them. A lot of them look distressed, some of them frustrated about the situation here at the Tema Motorway roundabout. There was one gentleman that I had interactions with earlier in an off-record conversation. He tells me that he works in East Legon and sometimes he has to leave home as early as 7 o'clock a.m. But he ends up getting to his workplace sometimes around 10 o'clock a.m. A stretch that is like about 100 meters, sometimes 200 meters. He ends up spending about 2 good hours, sometimes 1 hour in traffic. Some people who are selling here on the shoulders of the road tell us that today what we are seeing is actually a mild version of the situation here on the Tema Motorway roundabout. What is, complicating issues and aggravating the traffic situation here, I must say, actually, it's how some drivers are actually using unapproved routes to join the main stretch here. So you find about 2, 3, 4, 5 trotros sometimes using some unapproved routes to get into the main stretch. If you get closer also to the roundabout, you find some trotros packed very close to the shoulders of the road, and that, I must say, is aggravated the traffic situation here. Some Okada drivers here are actually are actually cashing in on the situation. So you find sometimes some people in trotros, sometimes when they are distressed and they cannot take it any longer, you find them getting out of their trotros and then hopping on to an Okada here. So the situation is bad, but Okada drivers here are actually using opportunity to cash in on the situation. Now let's get closer. Let me get closer and speak to some drivers who've been in traffic here. Let's get closer to them. Sir, how long have you been in traffic?
About 25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Yes, please.
And that's supposed to be like a stretch that should take you like how many minutes?
Very stressful, very, very stressful. Very, very stressful. So we are pleading with the government. They should speed up a little bit for us.
Where's your workplace?
Pardon me, sir.
You work?
I'm an artisan. I work at Community One.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so you just heard that gentleman there telling me about the situation he has to endure. He says he's spending about 25 minutes in this traffic. I'll try and get some taxi drivers and then speak to them also to find out how this is affecting business. Earlier, I had interactions with another taxi driver, a taxi driver. He tells me that sometimes he had to, stayed in traffic for a very long time. He ends up burning all his fuel, and that means that it would affect his business definitely. Sir, good morning.
Morning.
Where are you heading to?
To Community 25.
Okay, do you do this?
To Community 12.
Do you do this every day?
Every blessed day.
Every blessed day. Tell me, how stressful is it, using the stretch?
It's just like you are saying. It isn't easy at all. You have to go through this, and at times when you leave the house around 7:30, if you are not very careful, you get to your destination around 9 or something, and if you're going to work.
And I can see your daughter sitting in the back seat of the car. She's not too excited about it.
Yes, I'm not the least excited, but what can I do? Okay. There is nothing more.
You just heard that gentleman. He's taking his child to school, and they have to endure the traffic for a very long time. So, what's your name?
Abraham Kabute.
Abraham Kabute. Where are you heading to right now?
We're going down to Accra.
Down to Accra. Yeah. Do you use the stretch daily?
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it like using the stretch?
Yeah, because of there's no road around this area, so this road we use it.
How long have you been in traffic?
About a while ago.
About an hour. For a stretch that normally should take you how many minutes?
Yeah.
How many minutes should it originally take you to get to this place?
15 minutes ago. No?
15 minutes?
Yeah.
And now you're doing 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that's another gentleman also talking to me about the situation he has to endure. He says sometimes it takes him about 15 minutes, but now he would have to do it for like 1 hour. I think another thing that we would have to also talk about is how, sometimes the exhaust from the vehicles here really, would cause some kind of environmental damage, because if you have about 1,000 cars packed, in traffic for a very long time, all of them burning, fuel, exhaust coming out from their vehicles, that certainly would cause some damage to the environment. Now that we're talking about climate change and all of that, it may look far-fetched, but that certainly will be happening. Apart from the productivity that will be, on the low, because people would have to waste all their time here in traffic. The environmental aspect also cannot be swept under the carpet, Mamavi.
Maxwell, hopefully you're not caught up in that traffic yourself. See you back pretty soon. That's what Maxwell Agbagba, my colleague at the Tema roundabout. This has been ongoing. The traffic has been really heavy in recent days because of an ongoing construction.